Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Career Friday. Welcome to December as well. We made it to the last month of the year. Let's ride this train on out of 2021. Pun intended, since today is Transportation Day.
Hi, Dr. Barb.
Good morning, Nikki.
Good mornings. Thank you for being with us today.
You are very welcome. So it's myself and my entire class.
Can we
Say
see them? Can we see
yes.
the entire
I'm
class?
trying to turn it so it will do that.
Hi, Brandy. Thank you
Good
so much for
morning.
being
Good
with
morning,
Good
us.
class. Good
morning.
morning.
Oh, I'm. Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, Mount Royal,
No, Mount Washington.
Mount Washington. You know I was going to get that wrong. Hi, Mount Washington. You guys look amazing. Oh, you like the music too. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
You are very welcome.
Hi, Miss Tara. Hi, John. Hi, everyone. I'm just saying hi, Gerard. I'm not taking your thunder at all.
Oh, you're fine. The more the merrier. It's the last month of the year and a Career Friday. We can use all the
Woot,
Hi,
energy.
woot,
Sarah.
woot, woot.
There you go.
Sarah, you want to say hello to Taylor? Taylor, Miss Wyman right here. Say hello.
It's here. Hang on.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, as you all join. Barbara, let me know what, Barbara Natanika, let me know when you want to start and get ready. I know we're still letting people in.
I think you can go ahead and get started.
We can go ahead and get started. Well,
Thank
good
you so
morning.
much.
No problem. Good morning, everyone. Listen, if you have the ability, just drop it in the chat if you have not already. To give us a good morning on this wonderful Career Friday. Let us know that you're here. Shout out to Mount Washington, who the entire class is with us this morning.
Yay,
All
Mount
right,
Washington in the building. Everybody say yay.
there you go. I see Miss Wyman's class is here with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
And go.
Good morning. Good morning.
I think Vanguard Middle wants to say hi too.
Hey, Vanguard Middle. Mr. Devon's class. This is great stuff. So this morning on Career Friday, we have exciting program for you all. Today is all about transit, technology, transportation, and we will have 3 stops this morning. We will be at Forest Park High School. We'll be at Efficiency Enterprises for our second stop, and then lastly, but certainly not least because they get us around the city, we'll be at MTA Maryland. All right. So let me make sure that I'm on the queue here, and we're going to pass it on over in a moment to one of our wonderful persons to get this party started. All right. So first up again, we have Forest Park, which Miss Shanae Fantz, who is in our College and Career Readiness office, is there with us at Forest Park High School in their automotive program. But before we get there, we're going to make sure that we honor our norms, all right? And we're also gonna make sure that we shout out our team. So Janae, stay on standby for us. For our norms today, we want to make sure that you are present. Be curious. Being curious and being present means that you type your questions in the chat, that you're engaging with us. If someone asks for a virtual hand clap, go ahead and throw a virtual hand clap up on the screen. All right, we want to make sure that we keep the energy high because our team is out here representing Baltimore City Public Schools very well, and people are ready to engage, right? So we want to make sure that everyone on the call today is present and curious. Again, ask the questions in the chat, no matter what the question is. Being curious is always a great thing, and we will make sure that we honor your questions and get those answers to you. Lastly, stay on mute. Our team, again, is going to be talking and interviewing people. So we want to make sure that everyone is able to hear and listen to the good information that we have going on today. All right, so if you agree with our norms, if you could just put a got it in the chat for us, that'd be awesome to make sure that we are all on the same page. I think we're ready for the next slide. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, keep them coming. All right.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Stan.
So my name is Stan Wolf, and I am an educational specialist in central office for the Career Readiness Office. And before we get started with all the fun and exciting stuff, and Shanae's going to show you some of the labs, I'm going to talk a little bit about our transportation programs. And in Baltimore City, in high schools, we have three sort of programs. The first one is our automotive collision repair program. So if you think about cars that might get in a fender bender, or you may hit a light pole, or you may bump into another car and you have a dent on your car, or you need to get your car repainted, that's what that program does. It teaches students how to repaint cars, how to fix dents and bumps in cars, and make your car look shiny and bright and new again. The second program we have is called our transportation tech programs. And those students learn how to fix the cars, right? So if your engine doesn't work, or if you need to change tires or put brakes on your cars, or those sorts of things, that's what those programs do. They really fix the car so that it runs smooth and won't leave you stranded anywhere. And we have those programs at Edmondson Westside High School, Forest Park High School, and Mergenthaler or Merville High School. And the last program I'm going to talk about is a little bit different, but it still is in our transportation area. And that's our seagoing program, or maritime, at New Era Academy. And if you think about it, if you ever have driven down by the harbor and you've seen those big ships and they have all those cars and packages and containers on them, that comes into the Port of Baltimore. And that's how we get a lot of our goods and services. So this program prepares students who might want to work in the Port of Baltimore, maybe unloading stuff off those big ships. And if you think about it, you have these giant ships with hundreds and hundreds of cars on them. How do they get those cars off the ships? Well, they drive the cars off the ship into those giant parking lots, and then they're shipped to all the car dealerships around the area. So that program trains individuals for jobs in the Port of Baltimore, driving forklifts, and really just working in the Port of Baltimore, making sure we get all the goods we need. So again, those are our three programs. We have the collision program, which fixes the body or the outside of the car, the tech program, which fixes everything sort of inside the car, and then our seagoing program, which deals with careers in the Port of Baltimore. So those are our three programs, and I hope if it's something you're interested in, you'll explore that in the future. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate that overview. Everybody give Stan some virtual snaps here. If you can, snap your fingers. There you go. We see you, Ms. Drummond's class, Dr. Drummond's class. There you are. All right. So I'm finally going to introduce myself. I should have done that earlier. My name is Gerard Williamson, and I have the pleasure of serving on the CCR team at District Office for our Grads to Careers recruiter. The Grads to Careers program is all about getting graduated seniors and alumni of Baltimore City Public Schools, ages 17 to 21, into job training programs. This year, we have 8 training providers and a total of 16 training programs. I call them our Sweet 16. And here on the screen, you see all of the programs that we have here, but I specifically want to give a shout out to our logistics and transportation program over at Maryland New Directions. So when Stan was just talking about the maritime, and the big ships and the boats and things, Maryland New Directions has a program that helps train you to work on those big ships and all of that cargo. All right. If you want to know any more information or you want to get connected to myself or Mr. Greg, who is our participant support coordinator, and my colleague, feel free to email us. The emails are here on the side of the screen. And you can also go to bit.ly /G2C now to also get more information. All right. So just plug in our great program for Grads to Careers for our graduates, if you have any in the space, or if you work with any graduating seniors or alumni of City. All right. I think we're ready to go on to the next. And we are making our first pit stop over there in West Baltimore for Forest Park High School with none other than Miss Shanae Fant, who is an amazing CCR team member. So we're going to send it on over to Shanae. Shanae, are you all ready this morning?
I'm ready. Good morning, everybody. My name is Miss Shanae. I'm going to turn the camera around just a little bit. I am here with some amazing students who are going to tell you a little bit about their program and what they're doing. So first, I'm going to introduce you to Jeremiah, who's going to introduce himself. He's going to tell you what grade he's in, and he's going to tell you what he's doing in the car this morning.
How you doing? My name is Jeremiah. I'm in the 11th grade, and I'll be doing oil change on this Nissan right here. Got a dipstick. First, you want to check your dipstick. Make sure all the oil is out the dipstick, so you can put new oil in. Always want to change the oil every 3,000 miles. Put the dipstick back in. Put that in there. Now we're going to get some oil. Take the oil cap off. Put some new oil in there. You'll put like about 4 quarts.
So he said you put about 4 quarts in there. He's using a funnel to make sure he doesn't spill it. So some of you may notice that maybe your parents or your guardians or older siblings use funnels in the kitchen. We also use them in the auto body lab.
Of course. And you can always pour it the right way, or you can pour it sideways. Sideways, just make sure there's no air coming out, so it won't go everywhere.
Good.
So you can just move on down to the engine.
So Jeremiah, we also had the car hiked up a little while ago.
Yes.
What were you doing with that?
Actually, I was changing the old oil, putting the old oil all in the car. So I put some new oil in. Whereas the oil filter, switch the oil filters out, and also took out the drain plug, took the bad oil out, put in some new oil.
Excellent. So he's not just adding oil. He had to drain the old oil out first before he can put additional oil in. Okay, let's introduce. Give me a name, sir.
I'm Lucky Chris. I'm a manager at Forest. Me and my partner.
Okay, tell me what you like most about this pathway.
I like it. Well, I'm in the car. First, I had JRT. Because I had an interesting car. And I like the most I like because it's hands-on. It's a hands-on class, and this is what I like to do. So.
Excellent. So it's the hands-on nature. So guys, you may hear some noise over here. So let's go back. If you were looking at our video from the beginning, when we started, this truck had 4 tires on it, and our amazing gentleman removed the tires down, and now they are replacing them. So gentlemen, if I could just have one moment of your time, can you introduce yourself? Tell me what grade you're in.
How you doing? My name is Jayon Knox. I'm in the 10th grade.
Ooh, 10th grade.
How you doing? My name is Mark Ferguson. I'm in the 11th grade.
11th grade. Good morning.
How you doing? My name is Tyreek Frederick. I'm in 12th grade.
Good. So we have sophomores, juniors, and seniors here. And you guys, what are you guys doing right now?
We changing the tires on Tahoe.
Oh, I think that's an Escalade.
Yeah,
Ooh, wee. And I know that because I own a Tahoe, not an Escalade.
But we gotta check the rotors and the brakes after we take the tires off, make sure they're not worn down.
Okay.
Roller roll down, you gotta have to get a new roller for it. And if the brakes pad down, you gotta get some new brake pads for it.
So can you point to the brakes so that we know we stop in a car every day, but so this is the actual brake. Okay, and where's the brake pad?
The brake pad is on the inside, that's the brake caliper. Yeah.
Okay, and where's the rotor?
The rotor's like right here. It's whole metal.
Wow. And you guys learned how to change a tire completely in this class?
Yes.
Good. Is this a skill that you think you'll be able to use outside of school?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. So I would like to introduce you guys to our amazing instructor, Coach Markley, who's just going to tell you a little bit about the program and what he has seen, come to fruition just over this first year with these students.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Sean Markley here at Forest Park High School, like Ms. Fant just said. It's amazing to be back in school, to be hands-on, like you said. After being out last year, and these kids signed up for automotives, and they pretty much was, tired of the bookwork last year. Tired of the bookwork last year, they want to get hands-on. And to be back in here with hands-on, we've been back full force. I don't know how many cars we've worked on so far. To be back in.
Wait, do you mind if I interject?
Yes,
so these are real cars, not dummy cars?
No, ain't no dummy. We don't get any dummy cars in the house. We like one or two, but we don't get any. So they are actual real cars, teachers' cars, community, because we're community-based school, so they bring their cars in for oil change, tire change, brakes, alignment, machines we have in here. Sorry. That's the air compressor going off for the airlines.
That's okay.
And we have one senior in here right now, so we're trying to actually get him an internship this year. We just well with when they leave this program, they can be ASC certified in certain areas. That's pretty much it. With us in automotive, we get a lot of our kids in here who leave here certified and going to the work world, next level.
Excellent. So, who haven't I heard from? Well, I'm going to go back to Jeremiah. If you had any advice for a middle school student, even an elementary school student who's looking into joining this pathway, what advice would you give them?
I tell you, it's a good choice to come to Forest Park. You have very great automotive education here. I really love this trade, especially love this school. This is a great school to work with. Like I said, coach, he'll get you good. Also, it's just a great organization, a great one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to throw it back to you. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we'll be sure to answer them as we go along. Thank you.
Yep. Sinead, we actually have one question currently in the chat.
Absolutely.
And it was, maybe Coach can answer this for us. Does the program partner with any private companies?
So there's an excellent question. They want to know, does this program partner with any private companies?
We have not partnered with any private companies as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
We are actually trying to still partner with. We have partners with Toyota. We have partners with Baltimore City, the fleet department. Baltimore City has probably about 7 of our kids down there working there full time now. But we are definitely still looking to partners with, private, we partner with anybody who's willing to do that with us.
Good. And Coach, don't go away. We got 2 more questions. Is there a post-graduation program portion of this, or once they graduate, they're certified, and then they can go straight into the field?
Well, when they leave here, they will be certified. But it is post. We send a lot of kids that still want to further education in college, so we go into Stan say you chime into, but we do definitely a partnership with Catonsville Community College as well, and we're trying to partnership with Diesel, as I know is Baltimore City is trying to get up and running with Baltimore City Community College as well.
Great, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Stan?
Yeah, Coach, that's absolutely right. So we do have a partnership with CCBC, or the Community College of Baltimore County. They have an outstanding automotive program there. So students who come through our automotive program at Forest Park can seamlessly go into CCBC. And our students in high school actually use the same exact textbook and follow the same curriculum as the college students. So the students who start that program already start off a leg up and more advanced in their studies. As you'll see later, we do have some partnerships we're building and fostering. Barb's at one of those partners right now with the MTA, and we're always looking to build new partners with dealerships and oil change, places like Jiffy Lube, National Tire and Battery. So we're always looking to expand partnerships. And you know, Barb is doing a great job. We are working on some diesel programs. So this program is really starting to take off. And we do have another partnership actually with Baltimore City Schools and their facilities departments. So you think Baltimore City Schools has buses and vehicles they use. So we're starting internship programs within our own Baltimore City Schools transportation department. So students will be able to work on the transportation that the students ride every day.
Great, thank you, Stan. And maybe you can answer this last question in the chat. Do they test drive cars or even sell any of the cars that they work on at Forest Park?
So they don't sell cars per se. So there have been times when we've gotten donations from the community, and we partner with an organization called Vehicles for Change. So Vehicles for Change would get a donation, and the students would work alongside with Vehicles for Change to fix a car and make it drivable. And then it's given away. So you know, that is what they do for donations. So we don't actually sell cars. You know, we do have partners that pay for driver's education for students in these programs, because as you know, if you're going to be working in the automotive field, it's really important to have a driver's license because you do need to drive cars on and off the lot. So we do provide driver's education for students in these programs who are interested.
Great, thank you, Stan. Everybody give Stan a virtual snap for all his wisdom and information this morning. And we're going to pull our presentation back up and get this party started. Thank you, Forest Park and Shanae, for having us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Not a problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're continuing to ride the train. And I believe we have one more stop, but I'm going to make sure we're not forgetting anything. All right, so we are riding the train on over to Efficiency Enterprise, and I believe that is Barbara with us this morning. Barbara, are you here? There she goes, that smiling face.
Everyone, well, thank you, Forest Park. I just want you to see that I'm representing Coach Markley here, Forest Park. I just want to say thank you, and if anybody else wants me to wear their swag during Career Fridays, I will shamelessly do so. But today I'm really happy to celebrate Forest Park. Y'all did awesome. And I think it was a great question in the chat. You asked, are there private companies that are partnering with Baltimore City Schools and with the automotive programs? We happen to be at one that's trying to build a partnership with us, and they agreed to host. We want you students to see how you would learn about these things. And then once you learned these different skills, what could different careers look like? And so we are at Efficiency Enterprises. It's in Curtis Bay. And we are here today with folks that are going to tell you all about the jobs, the careers that are available here. And then we're going to get to see a bunch of them. There's tons of stuff going on inside the shop, but we're going to take you in. So let's flip it around. And
hi, everybody. I'm Stacy Schumann. I'm the Human Resources Director at Efficiency Enterprises. And
morning, I'm Josh Petz, the Manager of Business Development here at Efficiency Enterprises. Efficiency Enterprises is a truck management company. We do everything from leasing box trucks to maintenance, as well as forklifts and material handling division. And then we also do a fleet advertising division where we actually install graphics on the sides. But we're going to show you exactly what we do today. So come on with us.
Let's go on in. So students, as you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, and the team, feel free to pause us as there are questions. We're going to be seeing lots of things, so you can ask questions as they come up. All right. Side. Oh, and I don't want to miss this. Welcome, Baltimore City Public Schools. Here we go inside.
All right, here is our first stop. Here is a forklift. We have a lot of opportunities. It's a very rare trade. There's not a lot of forklift mechanics out there, so it's a very valuable trade to learn. It's something we lease here, and it's something that we repair here. So it is very essential to our job here. So that is pretty important.
Yeah, so forklift operator, that's not something that necessarily we folks would know how to do initially, but when talking yesterday with the VP here, he mentioned that if somebody had automotive background, they could probably in 30 to 60 days learn how to be a forklift mechanic as well, and that would just be an additional skill that they would have.
That is absolutely true. Yeah.
And so Barbara, quick question, how much do they make?
How much would a forklift operator or mechanic make?
They can make very good money because there's so few of them. I don't want to get into exact numbers, but it is very lucrative.
Yeah. Good question and ambiguous answer. And were you going to say something, Stacy?
I was going to say that there are very few forklift operators and repair individuals. So that's a specialty area that we can teach somebody to do. A student that's interested and has a good interest and aptitude, it's something to think about.
All right.
Yes. Come on upstairs.
All right. We're going to give you a quick overview of everything you can see here in the bays here at this at Efficiency Enterprises.
All right. So this is all our bays. We have a lot of different work going on today. We have some brake jobs. We have a transmission and clutch job going on. And then we have a lot of preventive maintenance work going on. Oil changes, brakes, tires, a lot of different, items like that. But this is a great overview of the entire shop. And we want to introduce you to the man who runs this entire shop, the vice president of the company. Not just the vice president, he's the executive vice president. He started as a diesel mechanic and he worked his way all the way to the top. So we're going to introduce you to Mr. Rodney Core.
Mr. Core.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Rodney. Rodney, you started as a mechanic, correct?
Many years ago, yes. Actually started as a helper. Worked my way up from the bottom. Started emptying trash cans and sweeping the floor. And then today, I'm the vice president of this company.
Can you talk a little bit about how many Efficiency Enterprises there are, where they're located?
Right now, we have roughly 9. Astoria, New York, Delaware, Baltimore, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida. We have a location in Hollywood, Florida, Fort Myers, and Pensacola.
Great.
And also New Jersey on this point.
So if somebody started to work at a company like Efficiency and say they wanted to transfer, like let's say they just wanted a little bit warmer weather, always wanted to live in Florida, would that be possible for them?
Sure. If someone wanted to move closer to Disney World, we'd be more than happy to help them. Our Orlando shop is literally 10 minutes from Disney World.
Oh, there's a selling point right there.
We do offer help with moving expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So we always have an opening in all locations.
Wonderful. And what are some of the highest demands? You know that you need people who can do what?
We need good mechanics. We have numerous openings, truck mechanics, car mechanics, forklift mechanics, body shop mechanics. So we're always looking to hire anybody that wants to come in and work.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving us an overview of all the different possibilities, not just here in Baltimore, but up and down the East Coast, it sounds like.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're so excited to go and see some of the trucks and the things that they're working on.
Right.
Thank you, Rodney.
guys.
Appreciate you.
Okay, let's go out onto the floor.
All right. Any questions while we're transitioning that the team wants to toss into to let us know?
Yes, so we actually just got one from Tara Wyman. For this company, how many days a week do you work and how many trucks do you work on each week?
So we work Monday through Friday. We have a large fleet of trucks. We have a huge fleet of box trucks and we are constantly working on them. It's close to 100.
Okay.
So this is our shop foreman, John Toddy.
Hello.
So he is in charge of all the mechanics out here. He gives them daily assignments. Right back here is our parts department. This is Justin Forrest. He's in charge of the parts. We keep all the parts on site. That way we can do quick repairs. All right, so let's go see some of the work that's going on. All right, so right now we got a brake job going on over here.
So maybe this looks familiar to the students. There was a brake job that was going on in our Forest Park classroom. And here we have somebody in the shop that's doing a brake job.
Yep, this is Charlie, and he's doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Charlie, for all your hard work.
All right.
Moving on. Jeffy. Jeffy, what are you doing today? Yeah. Jeffy is doing a preventive maintenance. Now, Jeffy, how long does that take you?
3 hours.
3 hours. These are big trucks. It takes a while to do. So what are you currently doing?
I'm fired.
Okay.
That's why. Can you give me a tour? I don't know what any of this is. So in here, can you point to some things and be like, this is
the water separator, which separates the water from the fuel. Power steering reservoir for your power steering fluid. You got the fan.
Hey, Jeff, what's the huge red thing right here?
The motor.
That's the motor. The red thing is the motor. Okay. And did you start on diesel or did you start on like automotive, like cars?
High school, I started with cars,
Okay.
and then
Okay. How did you do that through an apprenticeship or did you just start work hands-on?
my last job.
Okay, so you got some teaching once you got hired. You were taught how to work on the diesel.
Wasn't taught.
Oh.
Figured it out on my own.
All right.
Hands-on.
Self-taught. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Terrell. What's up, Terrell?
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
We're good. What you working on?
All right, today I am replacing the brakes on this truck. I just finished replacing them actually, so I have to put these gigantic tires back on.
How long does it take you to replace brakes on a truck like this?
The brakes themselves, maybe 5 minutes. It actually takes longer to jack the truck up and get these big tandem tires off of the truck.
Yeah.
So you can get to the brakes.
And where did you learn the automotive trades? Like, where did it start for you?
For me, I actually went to school. I went to North American Trade School for Diesel Technology, but I started working on my car when I was a little younger.
Okay. So where's that school at?
That school is in Baltimore, the Woodlawn area.
All right. Okay. Very cool. Excellent. Well, we don't want to distract you while you're doing this, but we want to say thank you for sharing a little bit about your work. What do you like about this field and this industry?
The thing I love about this field, which a lot of people may find fun, is tearing things apart, putting it back together, and diagnosing issues with the vehicle the same way a doctor would diagnose an illness with a person.
All right. That's a great way to look at it. And problem solving. It sounds like you're doing a lot of problem solving.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Barb, we have 2 more questions in the chat.
Okay.
The first question is, hi, do you all ever repair train engines?
Do we repair train engines? Is that anything you all ever
No,
do?
we do not work on train engines, but that's very impressive stuff, train engines. But next we're going to body shop.
Well, they have one more
Oh, I'm
question.
sorry.
And do you fix crashed trucks, like trucks that have been in car accidents?
Oh, that's an excellent segue because we are actually going to the body shop right now. And
Well-
yes, we do. We actually have a lot of trucks that get little minor fenders, to some bigger stuff, actually running into cars. So we're about to go into the body shop where they do repair them. When we do that, we have to be safe though. We have to wear glasses.
Okay.
There's welding going on. currently.
Putting on our PPE.
That's right, PPE.
Ah. All right.
All right, come on in.
Now we look cool and we're safe.
Hey, what's up, body shop guys? So Brandon and Frankie, they work in the body shop. Hey, they just had some questions about
Watch your eyes.
oh, everybody watch your eyes.
So if we have students out there that are interested in welding, that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing some welding being done, which is part of auto body.
What is he doing currently? He's running a hot pack.
What does that mean?
Basically, we turn the welder up just about as far as it can go, so we can weld the frame to the actual chassis. So there's no movement or anything as they're going down the road. Basically, putting two pieces of metal together.
And so I think what I understood last time when I was here is that like these entire boxes might come off of a chassis and then you put an entire new one on. Is that what's happening?
That's we had already taken the old chassis off of this body, and we slid a new chassis under this old body, and now we're just fabricating the old body back to a new body for a customer.
So Brandon, they had a question about when trucks get into accidents. Now you guys are directly the ones who fix that, correct?
Correct.
Now, you see a lot.
We see enough. We haven't seen anything as significant as doing any frame pulling as here. But as far as accidents go, it can be small, it can be big. I haven't seen very much where we have to weld for body damage.
And so if a student wanted to become a welder, how would they go through that process?
They would go to a trade school, get certified, and then be like us.
How long does like a welding certification take?
It takes 3 months.
Only 3 months? Yeah. Okay, so 3 months for a welding certification. And then you're here working as a welder here, obviously in a mechanic shop, but like, what are some other things welders might do?
Well, as you can see right here, there's a little bit of damage here. You have to heat up with a torch and then, get the proper tools to straighten it to make it look brand new. As far as we go, we do a lot of body work. So taking bodies off, putting bodies on. We do panel work as well. But as far as the welding aspect goes, you're pretty much seeing the gist of what we do here.
And Barb, in the chat, someone wants to know, do they think their job is fun?
Do you think your job is fun?
Sometimes. There's just good days and there's the bad days. Some days are harder than others. Like this is fun for us. This is a small job. Where you get into the bigger jobs that we've done, it can get aggravating sometimes. But I get to work with family, so it makes it fun for me.
That's great.
And can I say, these are our technical artists. This is really an artistry to perform body repair. It's an exciting and rewarding opportunity, and these guys are the best. So it's a little bit of a different spin on automotive repair. It's blending repair with artistry of making something that was wrecked or old look brand new again.
It's a jack of all trades, if you will.
Yeah. And there was a question actually in the chat I saw from Stan about, do you repaint after the welding? So what happens then? Okay.
Yep, we sand everything down, prime it, and paint it.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, these guys are kind of like Spider-Man. Sometimes they'll come back here and they'll be on the roof of trucks.
All the way up here. Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they are like superheroes.
Any other advice or anything you want to say to the students?
If you want to get into welding, it's a very good experience. You can use it everywhere. I use it every day. I use it at home. Just beware. Just wearing PPE. If you want to be in this trade, it's a good trade to have, if any, and pay attention. Wear eye protection, safety. We always have our earbuds in.
steel toe shoes. If you're working on big things like this, you want to be ready every day.
Awesome. All right, thank you guys so
No
much. I
problem. You
appreciate
guys have
it.
a good day.
Take care. Okay.
Do the internship, so I'll start grabbing them.
Okay. So in closing, I'd like to thank Forest Park and all the students that are watching today for coming to visit us to learn more about careers in the transportation industry. Efficiency Enterprises is looking for bright students like yourselves that are interested in getting started in a career in the automotive bodywork areas, diesel mechanic repairs, forklift repairs. And again, you met some of our employees today, some of our specialists, our mechanics, and you see that it's a very rewarding career. The positions in the future are going to be in demand. So you guys are really smart to really get involved now at your ages and look for employers like Efficiency Enterprises that would like to support you in your learning while you are a student and coming on board into our internship program. If anybody watching is interested, we'd like you to reach out to your advisors and find out more. Maybe you want to come in for a visit and see what we're about, but we're really excited about what we do. And sky is the limit because the world needs good repairs and good technicians like yourselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we've got one more. I think they want to say farewell to us. So
Yeah.
give us one. We got the group together.
Yeah, so thank you. We appreciate everything. Baltimore City Public Schools, you were great. We're very happy you guys came and saw what we did today. Our techs just want to say goodbye, everybody. Bye. See you.
This is great.
That's us signing
Bye,
off.
everyone. All right. Yes, that was awesome. We see people waving back. Thank you all so much at Efficiency Enterprises. And we are now going to ride the train again on down to MTA. I think Miss Talisha Starks is with us. Talisha, are you here with Jamie, or are you taking the entire King Caboodle today?
I'm here with Jamie as well.
All right, Talisha and Jamie from Maryland Transportation Authorities. Did I get that right? Did I say that MTA correctly?
Yes, you did.
Great.
Thank you so much for having us. Again, I'm Talisha Starks, and I'm currently a senior scheduler for MTA. I came into MTA in 2013 as a bus operator, and I moved around 4 times before I got to where I am today. I was once a C repairman working on the buses, and then I went over to the call center, and then finally made my last trip over to be a senior scheduler. And in scheduling, we design the schedules for the operators and for the customers as well. So the schedules that you guys see every day, we design that. It takes approximately 4 months to design a schedule, and we do it 3 times a year, in the winter, the summer, and the fall. And we have 4 divisions. We have Northwest, Eastern, Bush, and Kirk. Those are our bus divisions, and we have light rail and metro. We also have MARC train and commuter buses that we operate as well and build a schedule for. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a lot of hands-on. It was really a lot of numbers that goes involved in building the schedule. It takes a lot of time, a lot of data, a lot of studying. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Do you ever have to write the routes of the schedules or anything before you all publish a schedule? Do you get to ride the routes?
No, we can, but we pretty much watch it on the screen. So we can go and look up a line and watch it drive itself. So we actually look at live work in our Transit Master, and we look at Swiftly. We have a lot of data that we can collect without having to go out. But if we do, we can.
Nice. That's good to know. And someone asked, how does someone become a scheduler? We hear you saying that you moved your way through MTA and became a scheduler. So how does someone do that?
Well, first you would have to have a little bit of knowledge about the bus. I came in as a driver, so that kind of gave me a leg up. So when I drove buses for 2 years. Along the ride, I came off the bus and decided to do the seat repairment. So I actually was able to work with the buses and, changing the oil, filling the buses up. And then I was like, no, that's not for me. So I decided to go into the call center, and you actually have to study Baltimore City. So you learn the turn by turns. And so that kind of helped me prepare to become a senior scheduler. And so from there, I took the test and I applied to become a scheduler first. And then once I was awarded the position, I came into scheduling, and I had to learn how to actually design a schedule for the operator.
Oh, wow. So there's a test to be a scheduler, and then you have to actually learn how to be a senior scheduler.
Yes.
Wow. Good trajectory, though. How long have you been with MTA?
Since 2013.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So I've been there for 8 years.
Nice. Thank you. And feel free again to drop your questions in the chat. Can we get Jamie in on this conversation as well?
We're good. So, hi, I'm Jamie.
Jamie, you are faint. I'm not sure.
You said you're faint. Let's switch to your earphones and see if that helps. Sorry, give us 1 second. We're just going to switch over to her headset.
Not a problem.
There we go. How's that?
There we go. Hi, Jamie. Good morning.
Okay, good. So hi, my name is Jamie. I'm an engineer and planner at MTA here with my friend and coworker, Latoya.
Hey, Latoya.
So we actually work in MTA's main office over at 6 St. Paul in the building with the flag on top and the cool spire. So we're in the main office of MTA, but wanted to take you all out here on the street to check out our bus lanes, our bus shelters, and our real-time signage. So I work in the Office of Planning, and we just try and plan projects to improve bus service and make a better customer experience for students that ride the bus, people trying to go to work, people going to medical appointments, everybody. So bus lanes are really cool because they're just for buses. They let the buses breeze through traffic and just not get stuck and have a smoother ride and make sure that the bus can stick to its schedule and just improve service. And so another really important part of the transit experience and everything is making sure that we have enough bus shelters for people to wait and sit while they're waiting for the bus to come. And part of my job is just putting more of those shelters throughout the system. Another cool amenity that we've added in the past 2 years are these real-time signs. So you can just look up at the sign and see when the bus is coming and also when the metro downstairs is coming as well. So you don't have to memorize the schedule or look it up on paper. You can just look up at that sign and know when the bus is arriving and get ready. We also have the transit app that you can use on your phone to also see when the bus is coming. And then I also just wanted to talk about an improvement we recently made. If you've ever been to this bus stop at Charles Street and Baltimore Street, the sidewalk used to only be this wide. So you'd have to kind of go around people. And if you were someone maybe pushing a stroller or using a wheelchair, there really just isn't enough room for you to wait for the bus and bypass. So we were just able to extend the sidewalk here. So there's more room for all of us to wait for the bus and just go about our daily needs. But we needed to make sure that the water could still get through. So that's why we added this drainage structure here to expand the sidewalk, but still make sure that we're we're good on our stormwater management. So that's a bit about, you know, the part of the work that I do at MTA and what's out here on the street with infrastructure that supports the bus.
So there was a question about why a bus lane would take a car lane.
Oh, so, you know, we're Team MTA. We love the bus. And buses can carry a lot more people than cars. So if we want to move as many people efficiently throughout the city, we want to prioritize the bus and make sure that the bus can have a faster trip. And maybe sometimes that might create some more traffic for cars, but yeah, we're Team Bus. We want that bus trip to be as fast as possible. And we know that there's a lot of students and people that don't have cars that are riding the bus. So we want to make sure that we can get the best kind of trip for them. And it's just something we might want to prioritize on the street.
Great, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What is Jamie, what's the favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is just getting out here on the street and talking to riders and being able to do presentations like this. I really like feeling like I'm part of the city and have an important job of making sure that the system works for our students that use our service, and making sure everybody can get to work on time.
Great, thank you. And Talisha, the same question to you if you're still with us. What's the favorite part of your job as a scheduler? Senior scheduler, excuse me.
Well, my favorite part is actually just connecting with the people. I like every aspect of it. I go out and I actually do outreaches and talk to the public, and we do inreaches and talk to the operators. So we kind of get the feedback. I kind of like the overall experience is just good. You know, we making something that you guys see and you can catch the bus. So we design this schedule so that you guys can get around town.
Great, thank you. And either one of you all can answer this question.
Let me go grab my.
Who checks over the buses and trains before they run their routes? Is there a department that checks over that before they run the schedules, or how does that work?
You said who takes over the route?
No, who checks over the buses and trains before they run their routes?
Also, we have C repairments. We have the C repairments that actually inspect the buses before they do it. So they make sure that it's operational. Other than that, the operator does his own pre-trip and post-trip. So they check the buses before they take it out, and they check the buses back in.
Okay, great. And you used to be a C operator, right?
Yes, a C repairman.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And, did you change the oil on the buses when you did
Oh
that?
my goodness, I avoided it, but I checked it. I just didn't like getting dirty, and I knew quickly that wasn't for me.
That wasn't your job. No, that's great. And it's great how you do that and was able to pivot in the company, right? And go other places.
Yes.
So when we talk about
Exactly.
career longevity, it's important that we get into fields where you can move around, right? And get some different skill sets
Absolutely.
along the way. So that's great. Is there anything that you all want to share with us before we kick it off and see if anyone has any more questions?
I don't have anything else, but if anybody is interested in coming to see what we do behind the scenes, to see, what it takes to build a schedule, and the process is so long, for designing the schedule, and that is a lot that goes into, building the schedule. So we're open to having, the young students come on in.
Nice. Well, someone's already taken you up on that offer in the chat.
Gerard, I do have a quick question. So we have a lot of elementary and middle grades. I don't know if you guys can think back to that time in your journey. Any feedback or like best practices or like words of wisdom to share with our young people as they start to think about like, what do I really like to do and what does that look like in the world of work?
When I first came in, I never just thought about becoming an operator. So it wasn't my thing. I actually went to school to be a social worker, and I decided that wasn't my thing either. So I said, well, let me give transportation a try. And when I got here, this was something that I actually fell in love with. Driving the bus, I was able to connect with a lot of customers. So if you like a people's person, this would be something for you. It's a bit stressful because you're dealing with traffic and you're dealing with different personalities every day. So if that's your thing, then that's that. But if you want to get around somewhere, go to an agency where you can move around and still be with the same company MTA is the place. We, as you see, that I moved around 4 times before I found my home. So, you know, this is, you don't have to settle for anything that you don't like. You can just keep moving around till you figure out what's best for you.
Nice. Thank you. And Jamie, is there any last thing, words of wisdom or?
And Gerard, we do have one question in the chat. I'm going to let you get to that after Jamie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think my words of wisdom is just check out the bus, go on an airplane, go on a train. Transportation has lots of opportunities. So just get some real world experience, and then there's just lots of jobs. And once I took the train, I knew this was what I wanted to do.
Great. Thank you, Jamie. And Talisha, before we let you go, last 2 questions here. How often do the buses get their oil changed is the first one.
Well, that's a good one. The buses, it very rare. I think that they might do, the mileage is pretty high. So we kind of check the oil to see if the oil is dirty. But the actual mechanic, we put more oil in it. So the actual mechanic is the one that changes the actual oil. So me placing the oil in the bus is just a small thing compared to what the mechanics do.
All right. And on that vein of the buses, do MTA buses and school buses have the same engine?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Seems like a research project, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 3rd graders have stumped you guys.
Good job. Well, thank you both for being with us. We really appreciate it and all the work that you do for the city to make sure that the buses and systems run as effectively as they can. All right. So we appreciate you all. Thank you. Everybody give them a wave. Appreciate it. And I will pass the mic now to another CCR colleague, Miss Shamara Bowens.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks, Gerard. You were amazing. I'm Shamara Bowens, Work-Based Learning Specialist. I want to thank you all for taking your time and spending Friday morning with us on the train, riding around, learning all about transportation and careers and transportation. I learned a lot today. I had a ball. I really loved hearing that truck honk that made my Friday. I'm like a little kid at heart. But I wanted to encourage you all to complete the exit ticket, which I placed in the chat, but I will put it in there again. And then I want to let you know about our upcoming activities. We have Empower. We have PCs for People. We have our January career fair, and get excited. February is CTE month. On the screen here, you'll see next in January, we're going to focus on careers in information technology. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. And again, we have CTE Friday. For our high schoolers, we have that career fair I was just talking about, the Empower Pre-Apprenticeship. For seniors, you can apply there at the link. And by January 18th, and then PCs for People internship, the opportunities are there as well. We're going to place those in the chat, and we hope you have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Wait.